We're going to be exploring Bratzcore fundamentals. You guys absolutely loved my Dark Academia fundamentals video, so I thought why not do Bratzcore, because I'm a bit of a brat. I grew up with the Bratz and they have had such a resurgence recently, so we're going to be going through all the things. What is Bratzcore? What are the key features, the colour palette, the key elements, and everything that you need to know to get a Bratzcore aesthetic. Hey angels, welcome to my channel. My name is Jay and I make fashion, lifestyle content. I'm really just here for the girlies. I'm just your fashiony big sister. So, Bratzcore. What is it? So I feel like Bratz style often really closely overlaps with the baddie aesthetic. Bratz dolls themselves were released in 2001. It consisted of your four main dolls, which included Yasmin, Chloe, Sasha, and Jade. Each of the girls had their own individual style and aesthetic, but it kind of came under this umbrella of still being very Bratzcore and just a complete fashion baddie. So because of the year that they released, it's very heavy on the Y2K and really heavily rooted within those early 2000s trends. And I'd personally describe it as a style that is both bold and edgy, and it feels like there's lots of elements to it. So there seems to be a lot of layering, a lot of experimentation, and that's quite an overarching theme with the Bratz style. Even though the girls had their individual style influences, the overarching theme is this Y2K baddiecore. So what are the key features of Bratzcore? For me, one of the main key features is confidence. Their outfits are a little eclectic and sometimes can be a bit out there, especially if you think like an actual person is wearing that outfit, but it's all about confidence. I feel like if you have the right confidence and the right attitude, then you can wear anything. It's just having that and pulling it all together. A massive part of that is being so comfortable within their self-expression, just experimenting and just really allowing their creativity to come through in their clothes and using your body like a mannequin or like a piece of art and dressing it to tell a certain story or express a certain emotion, or any kind of self-expression through their clothes is such a vital part of their whole aesthetic for me. And the self-expression doesn't just end at their clothes. They're always heavy on the makeup, always have their hair done in a certain way. Like, it's a full package, like hair, makeup, outfit, and that is the full thing. It's not like one thing has been an afterthought. And often they're very exaggerated and over stylized looks, which I really like. I don't hate that at all. I think one of my favorite sort of aesthetic styles they did was the pretty and punk stuff. Like, I love how every kind of outfit had a theme. You had your sun-kissed summer, your pretty and punk, formal funk. There was an overall theme, but if you heard that as a style brief, I feel like each person would put their own individuality and own spin on it, which I really love. I think that's a really cool concept. Yeah, the pretty and punk stuff is like a standout, so over exaggerated, British rock punk. And I think even though you might have your own aesthetic or each girl had their own aesthetic, it's so easy to take the Bratzcore idea and then add your own spin on it and the different pieces that would work with your personal style to match the Bratzcore. I think the Bratzcore can be a really good base, and like I say, having these sort of style briefs is such a fun and interesting way to dress. And obviously, one of the most iconic things for me in terms of Bratzcore is having a very full, glossy pout. Their makeup was never an afterthought, so there was always these really colourful looks, colourful eyes, eyeliner, lashes, lips, like everything was full. Everything was really expressive and very exaggerated. Okay, so in terms of style specifics, like I said, they were very heavy on the Y2K inspired fashion. If you're interested in having sort of a Bratzcore aesthetic, 100% look up Y2K fashion and look at specific pieces that you're drawn to, specific pieces that you enjoy or feel comfortable wearing. Because there's 4 different girls, it's really hard for me to break this down, and I can do a separate video if you want me to dissect each of the girls' individual styles. That's absolutely fine. But what I would say is pick an aesthetic that you are drawn to, and that's That's your style. And then what you can do is you can add Bratzcore to it. So for example, Yasmin, she's very bohemian. You could take bohemian looks and really sort of make it eclectic and full and exaggerated. And that's what they do for her character. But then also, as I mentioned with these style briefs, it's a really good way to think, okay, I've got X occasion or I've got X thing to go to. Give yourself a style brief for that specific thing and it will really help you come up with outfits and be able to dress in a certain way. So I feel like find an aesthetic that feels like you already, no matter what that looks like, and then just combine it with this Y2K vibe and inspiration, and that will make your specific Bratzcore style. For example, cyber grunge, and then add that to Y2K, and you can just type in like any aesthetic and then Y2K after it and just see what comes up. And there's always a way you can make things feel more Y2K. In terms of the colour palette for Bratzcore, I feel like your colour palette will change depending on your aesthetic, because each individual girl also has her own colour palette to work from. For example, Chloe is very commonly associated with blue. So as soon as you know your own aesthetic, you'll know your own range of colours that you can use. And if you're not sure, just put it down in the comments and I'll try and get back to you with an idea about what colour palette you should use. But as general guidance for Bratzcore, they use really high pigmented rich colours, and that's very much tying in with the whole Y2K era. Purples, pinks and bright pastels are so original 2000s Bratzcore. Their logo is pink and purple, so very girly but also very bright and eye-catching, and they specifically go for bright saturated hues of colour. Think electric neons or dual toned colours. And like I say, there's going to be discrepancies. This isn't a one size fits all kind of box. Just as a general rule, this is just to gauge an idea of how you can build your own Bratzcore style, because it is going to look different for you, because one of the things they push so hard is individuality. So this is going to be a aesthetic that is built just for you. Okay, so the key elements that you want to look out for is the platform boots and shoes. They are so iconic of a Bratz style. Honestly, I don't think I had one pair of Bratz shoes for my dolls that were not a platform. And I'm a petite girl, so I love platform shoes. Think lots of denim, bold colours, your baby tees, your mini skirts, flared jeans, your Afghan coats, halter necks, low rise. Anything that's Y2K generally works really well for Bratzcore. And don't forget to rock your own aesthetics key elements. For example, if you've got a bohemian style, you'll maybe want to take out mini skirts and add maxi skirts, and they can still work really well if you pair them with a baby tee. So a really effective outfit formula for this is, when building an outfit, try and add a minimum of 3 different accessories. So this can be hats, hair clips, earrings, belts, handbags. Sometimes I feel like if you haven't got the right accessories for an outfit, it really lets the outfit down, because an accessory can do so much. Think like a hat and glasses combo, denim jeans, baby tee, chunky boots, like iconic, instantly iconic, because every element of that outfit works to serve that aesthetic and that outfit. I think you can really get away with being bold and having a statement look. Try and think it's okay to feel overdressed. It's okay to feel like you're doing more, because if that's who you are and that's the style you want to have, like, that's completely fine. No one should dull that down. So think overdressed, think bigger than you are, think you're too much, because actually that's fantastic. When it comes to details, paying close attention to your accessories is such a valuable tip. It's such a valuable thing that you cannot skip with this aesthetic. Things like your makeup, you can get away with being bold. Think eyeliner, fake lashes, and one of the most iconic parts of having a Bratzcore is big, iconic, glossy lips. Glossy lips is so Y2K, so if you can put up with dealing with the gloss and the sensory issues that come with that, then go for it. So don't be afraid to experiment. Think 2016 makeup, okay? 2016 makeup was doing so much and I really miss it. Don't be afraid to do different makeup based on different outfits. Different outfits say different things, so it's okay to wear different makeup that also says something different. I feel like because the whole idea with Bratz was so heavily self-expression and being individual. The aesthetic can be really fluid and it doesn't have to look the same for everybody. We're all different, we've all got different body types and we've all got different styles and inspiration and aesthetics, so it's okay for the style to vary. And ultimately, Y2K and confidence is the key to the Bratzcore aesthetic. The whole slogan is the girls the passion for fashion and that you've got to have gratitude. These weren't girls that just sat back and accepted being told by society what they should or shouldn't wear. Honestly, it's such a fun aesthetic to play with and it can really help uncover your creativity and the style that you do want to have. So what does all this mean? So it means fashion is fun and play and experiment with different aesthetics and different styles, and that's okay. Maybe you want to build yourself a capsule wardrobe of Y2K pieces so that you can combine with your style and build this aesthetic. Flaunt it. Honestly, I swear there was even a collection called Flaunt It. But have the confidence to flaunt what you have. Walk with your shoulders back, your head up, because you are the main character, and that is ultimately what they are saying. It's a feisty, go-getter attitude that takes no crap from anybody. It's female empowerment. It takes the Barbie concept of the girl that can do everything and whittles it down to the girl that wants to do one thing, and she is going to go out there and go and get it for herself. I think deep down I'll always be a Bratz girl. So that is everything I have for you today. If you guys would like a breakdown of each of the girls' different styles and how you can have their specific style, let me know in a comment down below and I can definitely do that for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm really enjoying the sort of fashion fundamentals series, so I think I'm going to definitely carry on with it. If you have any other ideas for other aesthetics you'd like to see covered, then let me know. But I'm going to say bye for now, so thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you beautiful people in my next video. Bye!
I'm on my way. Let me hear you say I'm on my way.